SCP-1246, Object Class, Euclid, Nunti. SCP-1246 is a spiral structure, approximately 15 meters in diameter, composed of a variety of stones. Individual stones may be removed from SCP-1246 and destroyed without difficulty. However, SCP-1246 will spontaneously and instantaneously reform in its entirety on an irregular basis, regardless of damage done. Though an unknown process, a mixture consisting primarily of volcanic ash with trace amounts of iridium accumulates on SCP-1246's surface, increasing in depth at an approximate rate of 0.8 millimeters a day. This mixture, designated SCP-1246-1, emits water vapor, carbon dioxide, thermal radiation, and ionizing radiation, all in levels not considered harmful to humans or the environment in the short term. SCP-1246-2 is a designation given to any non-human vertebrate that view all or part of SCP-1246 or any other member of -2. These vertebrates will approach SCP-1246 and, short of coming into contact with it or displacing any other -2, find a spot as close to the structure as possible. Should this be accomplished, -2 will focus on SCP-1246. If the center is not visible due to the presence of other animals or other obstructions, -2 will instead focus on a point above SCP-1246. -2 will remain in an alert state indefinitely. While viewing SCP-1246, -2 instances do not appear to require any form of sustenance or sleep, and do not suffer from inactivity-related injuries such as atrophy. Further, specimens do not age, nor are they affected by diseases or environmental factors, including -1. Removal of -2 from the presence of SCP-1246 will both remove them from their fixed state and cause the associated biological abnormalities to cease. SCP-1246 will demonstrate further anomalous behavior whenever a nuclear device is detonated on Earth. Whenever an event of this nature occurs, SCP-1246 will emit a series of noises, designated SCP-1246-3. Audible up to 30 meters from its center. These noises are audible only to humans and electronic recording media. Non-electronic recording devices and non-human animals do not respond to -3 or recordings of it. -3 lasts no less than 13 minutes and 30 seconds and varies somewhat between iterations. A generalized transcript is available for personnel with clearance too. See below. The transcript applies to all iterations of -3, unless noted otherwise. Addendum. Transcript of SCP-1246-3. Begin log. 0 to 7 minutes 43 seconds. What is believed to be ambient noise from an unidentified urban area. Volume rises until 7 minutes 43 seconds, then cuts off. Screams are audible from 6 minutes 19 seconds to 7 minutes 43 seconds. 7 minutes 43 seconds to 11 minutes 22 seconds. The sound of a clock ticking once per second. Echoes are audible. 11 minutes 22 seconds to 12 minutes. A series of animal vocalizations, arranged in a manner that is reminiscent of the phrase, "You know what you've done," repeated in 20 languages. Both the languages in question and their order varies with each iteration. 12 minutes to 12 minutes 21 seconds. Silence. 12 minutes 21 seconds to 12 minutes 25 seconds. A series of animal vocalizations arranged in a manner that is reminiscent of the phrase, "No, and we never will be." 12 minutes 25 seconds to 13 minutes 14 seconds. 49 seconds of monologue. While variable between iterations, in each case, the speaker has been a current or former leader of a nation or organization in the possession of nuclear devices. The content of the monologue consistently centers on foreign policy. All monologues documented thus far have corresponded to speeches delivered by the leader in question. 13 minutes 14 seconds to 13 minutes 30 seconds. A sequence of 8 digits as expressed in Morse code via telegraph key, varying for each iteration. End log. Addendum. When interpreted as a date in the form of date, month, year, The final sequence of digits N-3 corresponds to a date no less than 2 centuries in the future. On 3 occasions, the date 30th of July 2071 has occurred. The significance of this date has been classified by O5 Command. Footnotes 1. Further analysis has shown that this event has roughly a 40% chance of occurring every time a solar flare occurs, without regard to the size of said flare. 2. In an uncontained state, this can create a chain effect of animals being converted into -2. Caution should be taken to avoid such an event. 3. The use of nuclear fission, or fusion, as an energy source does not trigger SCP-1246. Special Containment Procedures. Site-1246 has been constructed around SCP-1246 in order to maintain secrecy, house personnel assigned to SCP-1246, and prevent accumulation of fauna. SCP-1246 is contained in a cylindrical tank of water, 17 meters in diameter and 1 meter in height. Several pumps are maintained to circulate water over SCP-1246 at a rate sufficient to prevent the accumulation of SCP-1246-1. Once removed from SCP-1246's tank, -1 is to be filtered from the water and stored in concrete containers lined with steel. All iterations of SCP-1246-3 are to be recorded and logged. Amnestics are to be administered to all personnel at Site-1246 should -3 contain classified information.